Following the sin of the golden calf, Moses prays to God, asking, even demanding, that God forgive the people for this terrible infraction. This Shabbat's primary biblical portion, Parashat Ki Tisa, records that Moses' first words were, Ana chata ha'am hazeh chata'a gidola, vaya'asu lahem Elohei zahav. Indeed, this nation committed a great sin. They made for themselves a golden god. From Moses' opening words, some of our sages understand that the first step in the process of teshuvah, of repenting one's sins, is verbally confessing exactly what those sins were. It's not enough to say mistakes were made or I'm sorry for falling short. A full, specific confession is a very powerful thing. It demands and it creates both honesty and accountability. So by beginning his prayer with this confession, Moses demonstrated the nation's remorse for their sin, and Moses begged God to respond to that remorse with compassion and with forgiveness. There is, however, a second reading that claims that the verse is actually not a confession, but is really part of Moses' defense of the Israelites. Rabbi Yisrael Yitzchak Kalish, a 19th century Hasidic master, draws the analogy to a parent whose child acts recklessly or irresponsibly and hurts themselves. If the child is not seriously injured, the parent may respond by strictly reprimanding or punishing the child. But if the child is seriously hurt, the parents would surely respond with compassion, with the understanding that what the child needs right now is not strict justice, but love and support. So Moses argued, according to Rabbi Kalish, that the Israelites' self-inflicted spiritual injury was so serious, after all, they fashioned the golden god, that it revealed something very wrong within the Israelites. Rather than an offense against God, the sin was almost a cry for help to God, and if so, God could not respond in any other way but with love and compassion. And of course, Moses' prayer is accepted. When we are wronged, when someone offends us, our natural reaction may be to demand an apology or maybe even to respond in kind. But rather than condemnation and punishment, our best response may well be support and understanding. Sometimes the more heinous the crime, the more it is really a cry for help. May we have the sensitivity, like Moses, to hear that cry and to answer it appropriately. Shabbat Shalom.